What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Welcome back to another video. Okay, so the other day I was just listening to music as one does, and I was just thinking about how it would be nice if I can make a video where I share with you my favorite songs at the moment. I feel like I've been listening to really good songs lately. Although it's nice to just enjoy these songs by myself, it's no fun when I'm just keeping it a secret. So, for this video, I thought I would compile a list of my top 5 songs at the moment to share with y'all so that you guys can listen to it and maybe you'll like it as well. I was actually sitting here thinking really hard last night about what I should put in my top 5. 5 songs is low-key not that much compared to the amount of songs that I like right now. So I had to really pinpoint it down to the songs that are most stuck in my head. All right, here goes the list. And this goes from my favorite at the moment to my 5th favorite, even though they're all my favorites. Number 1, I put Fog as a Bullet by the Marias. Number 2, My Skin by Delaney Bailey. 3, 20s by Giveon. 4, Keep the Rain by C Rose. And then 5, Ribbons by Ryan Beatty. Most of these songs, other than maybe the Giveon song, I feel like is mostly under the radar. Most people don't be talking about these songs like that. But yeah, the first one I put Fog as a Bullet by the Marias. It's kind of interesting that I put this song even in my top 5 list, because if you listen to the song, it's actually all written in Spanish. The first time when I heard the song, I was like, I recognize the voice because it's the Marias. They've written a bunch of other songs like No One Noticed. What else? Heavy, Sienna, all those good songs. But honestly, hearing it in Spanish kind of caught me by surprise. But then again, I did some research about the singer, and it turns out that she's actually Puerto Rican American, which makes sense why some of their songs are written in Spanish. I don't know too much Spanish, but once you hear the song enough times, you start to mimic the sounds of these Spanish words. My favorite part of the song is probably towards the end of the song where there's no lyrics. It's just background music with orchestra ensemble. It's just beautiful. I would just close my eyes, listen to the song, and all the nostalgia would come back in my mind. It's actually amazing how music sometimes can evoke some of those memories. So yeah, that's got to be my favorite at the moment. The second one being My Skin by Delaney Bailey. How I found this song was actually through, recommendations from Spotify, which I feel like is how I find most new songs anyways. This song has more of a cozy vibe to it. It would low-key fit very well as a fall theme song. I can low-key see myself just sitting at the park in the fall and just watching all the leaves fall as the song plays. It's just a very soothing song. Sometimes I would just lay on my bed and just listen to the song. Literally one of the top tier experiences. Number 3, I put 20s by Giveon. This is probably the most popular song compared to all the other songs I put in my list. I feel like you can't go wrong listening to any Giveon songs. His voice is just very unique, and it probably doesn't matter what he sings, it probably sounds good all the time. I was actually listening to one of his Christmas songs, and I was just sitting there like, how is somebody so talented and have a voice that unique? If you're blessed with a voice like that, maybe you should just sing all the time. Even when you want to talk, don't talk, just sing the words. That would be super funny. Anytime he has a thought, he would just sing it out loud instead of saying it. The fourth one, I put Keep the Rain by C Rose. C Rose is probably my favorite artist at the moment. I probably would have put this song at number 1 had it been a few months ago when I just first discovered the song. But since then, I've played it so many times that, even though it's still one of my favorites, it's not stuck in my head as much. At the end of last year, I found out about C Rose, and I've honestly never stopped listening to his songs. His voice is just very relaxing, and the song choice, like the way that the background music fits with his voice, it's amazing. Honestly, right now, I could make a top 5 list off of just C Rose songs. I would put, number 1, I would put Keep the Rain, End of the World, House Song, Collector, and Dirt. Just all top 5 just from C Rose. All you gotta do is listen to Keep the Rain by C Rose, and that'll become one of your favorite songs. It's that good. I would probably be very surprised if C Rose wasn't in my top 5 artists on my Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year. I listen to his songs probably more than any other artist. What did I put for my number five? Ribbons by Ryan Beatty. Again, it's just another one of those songs where it has a ending with no lyrics and just beautiful background music. That's probably the songs that I like the most, where it has a solid chorus, but then also a part where it's just the instrumental alone. For the most part, I just like to listen to songs that are chill, that are relaxing. If it has a very strong bass, it's probably not my type of song. It's probably under the genre called chill pop. I think that's what best describes these songs. So yeah, that's my top five at the moment. Probably in a few months it'll be completely different. Who knows? But if you also have your top five favorite songs, leave in the comments down below because I would surely love to know. But yeah, today is another cloudy day, which I actually don't mind. Cloudy days has somewhat of a peaceful feeling to it, kind of like the songs that I just mentioned. For today, I'm thinking of going to places that reminds me of my favorite songs at the moment. Places that gives off that type of vibe. It's probably not going to be at a park though. Most of the parks right now are actually still covered in snow, even though it's starting to melt. It would probably just make my shoes very dirty at the moment, so that's probably not a good idea to go there. But I still got some places that I would like to go today. So I'm gonna get changed in a little bit and then we'll be on our way. Have y'all ever seen a pond this big in the middle of the neighborhood? Look, there's one right here and then another one down the road. Unfortunately, it's mostly still frozen. I was expecting the sun to at least melt it a little bit in the last few days, but it seems like it's still mostly solidly frozen. Usually you would only ever see ponds like this in the middle of the park or next to some important attraction, but literally it's just in the middle of all these houses. There's rows of houses right here and then more houses across the street. That's all you need to know about this place. Oh look, the geese flying. You see a lot of these geese hanging around in the snow actually. You might be wondering how I know all these secret neighborhoods around the city. Obviously, they don't tell you these places online, right? They're not gonna just tell you to go to this neighborhood or walk on this road. The only reason why I know about it is because recently I've been doing a lot of Uber Eats deliveries where sometimes I will deliver to random people's houses. So one of the deliveries actually had me deliver somewhere close to here. And that's how I found these big ponds. Actually, I thought there was only 2 ponds. There's another one right there. So 3 ponds, all in the middle between rows of houses. That's what I love about doing Uber Eats, is sometimes I will find these new secret places. For example, I did another order recently that was in Dundalk, which is the southeast of Baltimore. It had me deliver this grocery order to this apartment complex, right? And then I look at the back, there's this dock where you can watch the entire water, and it's only for the people in the apartment. So I definitely would not have known about that place had I not delivered there. Yeah, I'm basically just doing Uber Eats as a side hustle right now while I look for a full-time job. It's actually pretty fun. Most of the time I'm just driving around listening to music. When I start getting orders and I get into the rhythm of things, it doesn't feel like a job. It feels more like, oh, I'm just doing this as a side quest. Wait, I thought there was only 3 ponds. Turns out there's 2 more right here. And then if you keep walking, another one right here. What is that? 6 ponds within a 0.3 mile radius. It's gorgeous though. Look at that. Even in the snow when the pond is frozen, still looks very soothing.